So the next scene that I saw after being in the air with the fighter jets, and I knew that meant war. It was going to be war after the demonic attack. And so the next scene, I was laying on the ground, like flat against the ground, and I was looking down a long barbed wire fence, and there was a mountain at the end of the long barbed wire fence, and on the left side of the fence I saw a headdress, Native American headdress, with feathers pulled out of it blowing in the wind. I'm still not quite sure what that one means, other than I'm Native American, I'm part Native American, and my great-grandfather was an Indian chief, and he got caught up in a barbed wire fence running from a bear, and then died of gangrene 2 weeks later. So that's the only kind of thing I see any similarity there too. Okay, so the next scene, and they all went one to another. And so the next one, I was in the air again, and this was me flying over beautiful mountains and streams, and this is when I noticed I could feel the shared molecules in my body from the dirt that God formed us from, which was really cool. And God was asking me, what are you doing with the life that I gave you? And then it went to the last scene. I was above the Lord, who was hanging on a cross, except there wasn't a cross behind him. It was like he was hanging in the air, and I was looking from up top down onto him. He was looking up at me, except his face was a bright white light. I couldn't make out his face. It was just a bright white light. And then I was on the floor, and I couldn't even see his feet, but the nails out of his hands and feet, I heard them hit and tinkle on the floor. And that one, I think he was showing me that this is the sacrifice I gave for your life. What are you doing with it? And then I got sucked back into my body, and there I was back in the hospital. And I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't tell anybody about it for a while because I thought that they would think that I had some kind of brain injury. I didn't know how to explain it or what to do with it. I wrote it down, and I kept it to myself for a while. I shared it with my family, but it was not until recently that after I had the second vision with God that I got caught up with the demons and taken out of them with Jesus.